So I decided to come down here to this little area here in Claremont. I thought I would just set up for a minute. Wanted to shoot some more test footage. I'm actually shooting this in VLOG004, and then I'm gonna try and see. I also made some adjustments to the gamma and the black, and I really just want to play with it and kind of see if I can get the feel of how to start getting my exposure more on point. Coming from a film background, of course, everything was done manually back when I used to shoot, especially a lot of large format. You had to, you got very comfortable with using a light meter, and then even after a period of time, you actually just got comfortable kind of looking around at the scene and saying, okay, I think this is going to be, f5.6, shooting 400 ISO film, I can push it or pull it to stop, or, other things. So with now going and doing the stuff where I'm shooting in these different log settings, it's kind of, in some ways it's a little bit reminiscent of film, because I feel it's like you're overexposing, and then you're going to pull back in the processing, right? So it's really getting an idea of how to overexpose properly, because obviously you don't want to have the highlights completely blown out, but at the same time, if the shadows are totally crushed, it's not going to look right either. So I don't know. I'm going to have to just keep doing some test footage and seeing how this turns out. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to make a couple of adjustments and see, just do some experimentation. So I'm getting ready. I just had coffee with my wife, and today got to get ready to give my khutbah, which you can think of giving a khutbah as kind of like public speaking, and I don't like to over prepare. I was listening to something about Terry Gross, which I don't know if you listen to NPR. It's kind of gone down in my estimation, but Terry Gross is interesting. She's, of course, she does all these huge interviews with really famous people, and she is a really good interviewer. She does a great job at interviewing, and she said that she doesn't like to over prepare for her interviews, that she pretty much likes to, maybe like the day or the evening before, she'll get some source material and read up. When I first started giving sermons, doing khutbahs, man, I used to get so nervous and would over prepare, and I would have like pages and pages and pages of notes, right? And now I kind of like, either the night before, or sometimes even the day, like the morning of, like now, I'll probably sit down and go over. What I do try to do is engage enough material through the week, so that I always feel like, one, there's just a general level of being conversant, right? Being conversant with Islam, being conversant with different stuff. But then additionally, I like to also, it just kind of keeps you fluent. It's like if you wanted to speak a language, as they say, practice makes perfect. So, reading enough Quran through the week, reading other source material, whether that's commentaries, tafsir, but then also other books, listening to podcasts. I just feel like as long as I'm kind of swimming in those waters, and everybody has their off weeks, but I think I've been able to maintain a decent level of quality just by kind of staying fluid and loose and somewhat submerged, in the subject matter throughout the week. So, I had somebody ask, like, oh, how do you prepare for your khutbah? Or do you have any advice? To me, that's it. It's not in the over preparation of it, but it's rather just kind of staying in it all the time. I suppose it's akin to working out. I don't know anything about that anymore. But if you just kind of generally stay in the mix, then you'll be ready to adapt for whatever. But so yeah, I got to give the khutbah, and then I'm gonna spend some time this afternoon playing with this footage, and I'm gonna start to seriously look into taking. I'm probably gonna pick up a few parts this week to start actually building a PC specifically for video editing. I think some of you saw a funny post I had made about, I had priced out this Mac as an iMac Pro that I had, spec'd out for video editing. It was like $7,000, $8,000 or some, yeah, I think it was like, I don't know, some almost under like, it's like almost just under 10K, right? And I'm like, that's heinous. So I think what I'm gonna do, especially now having this camera that does 4K, and I want to be able to actually shoot in the higher resolution. I think I'm gonna have to put together like a fairly inexpensive PC, maybe for around $1,500, $1,000 to $1,500, and just slowly put that together. So I think I'm gonna start picking up some pieces in the next week here and get moving on that. Until then, I'll probably continue to, I guess I'll shoot in 4K, but then I'll just downsample, I'll downscale to just a regular HD, because it's overwhelming my MacBook Pro at this point. So that's it. And then of course tomorrow morning we have Fajr Club, and I teach my class, Islam in Depth, which is always a lot of fun. So we pray, eat breakfast, and maintain those bonds of friendship and brotherhood and community. And then I got a baby shower to go to, so my hand will be in different pots. So we'll continue this journey into learning modern cinematography on these small little cameras. Have a good weekend.